We've arrived at Thousand Trails Harbor View RV Park and Campground in Virginia. Let's go check it out. I'm sitting here under my awning at Harbor View RV Resort near Colonial Beach, Virginia. It's a Thousand Trails Park. And we're just resting up. We arrived yesterday. Did some work on my laptop this morning, just kind of chilling. And we're just gonna putz around the RV park today and kind of check it out. I'm sitting under my awning, and the shore is beautiful this spring. Just a nice day to sit out on the front patio. Okay, well, it's a sunny afternoon at Thousand Trails Harbor View RV and Camping Resort. We got our wine out, the electric Pelican that we purchased at the Hennett Family Vineyard and Winery, where we camped at right before we didn't camp. We had free overnight parking there as part of the Harvest Host program. But Melody's got some crackers and cheese and some meat, and we're gonna enjoy this wine. Milo can't wait. Here's a view of the water that borders the Thousand Trails Harbor View RV and Camping Resort. There's the marina, part of the marina off to my right there. But this water will connect you in with the, you put a boat in here that'll connect you in with the Chesapeake Bay. And there's a little walking trail that takes you down from the campground to down to this point where I had just showed you. Melody's on the walking trail, and you can see the RVs up there. This is a little pond off to my right. All these Thousand Trails RV resorts and campgrounds have a different feel to them. People here are really friendly. A lot of seasonal residents. And I would venture to say everyone, we probably had half a dozen people come up and introduce themselves right after we got set up yesterday. We've been traveling from Florida up to Virginia. This is our last stop on our way home to West Virginia. Wrapping up our 2020-2021 snowbird season. During our stay at Harbor View Thousand Trails, we did a day trip to George Washington Birthplace National Monument, and then we went up to Fredericksburg National Military Park. I'll throw up a few clips and photos for you. Approximately 5.6 miles from Thousand Trails Harbor View RV and Camping Resort, you'll find George Washington Birthplace National Monument. It is worth a day trip. The grounds are beautiful. Here's a short clip from George Washington's birthplace. Grounds are really peaceful. And this body of water reaches out into the Chesapeake. For a day trip today. We're on our way back to Harbor View Thousand Trails. We're be hanging left up here onto Route 664, turning off of Route 3.
Turn left onto State Route 664.
You'll notice the Harbor View 1000 Trail sign off to the right there.
Continue on State Route 664 for 1.5 miles.
This road gets a little bit narrow, but if you take it slow, you'll have no problem getting a big rig out through here.
Turn left onto Ebb Tide Drive. Continue for 3/4 mile.
Arrived at 1000 Trails Harbor View. I'm just going to leave the dash cam on, show you a little bit of the campground as we drive back to our campsite. Right here at the stop sign, you'll see the arrow pointing you to the registration office. It's off to the right. You're going to pull in that big parking lot. They'll fix you up. They actually took me to my site in a golf cart, and I followed them to my site. A really smooth check-in process. Checked in on a Friday. They were pretty packed in here. This is Sunday, so some of the sites have opened up. I think I want to turn down this road right here. Cougar is right there off to the right.
I've come to check out the laundry room at Harbor View RV and Camping Resort in Colonial Beach, Virginia. Looks like they have 3 washers on this side, and it will be $2 to wash and $2.50 for the super cycle, and they do accept quarters. Over on this side we have the dryers, and it looks like it is $2 to dry, and once again quarters only. They have a nice folding table with an ironing board and a sink here for your convenience. What's nice about Harbor View is off of the laundry room is a activity center, library, and they have a couple places to sit. They have tons of books, some DVDs that you can take back to your rig, and it looks like there's some children's books down below. And you will find more books over on this side, and then they also have a Coke machine, and right behind me you're going to find a snack machine with all kinds of goodies in it.
So there's the entrance to 1000 Trails Harbor View Campground. And when you pull in, you're just going to pull into this big lot. And the office is in the center of your screen there. Adjacent to the office, they have this large campfire pit. There's plenty of room here in the campground. Yeah, really nice, very large fire pit with seating around it. And look at this large field they have. So once you park your rig, you walk into the office there. There's the registration office. And what they did for me is they escorted me to my site in that golf cart right there. Check-in was really smooth. We were set up within a half hour. They have a playground right next to the registration office. This is mid-April. You never know what kind of weather you're going to get in April in Virginia. The pool's closed right now. There's the mini golf. I'll show you that better a little bit later. And they do have a putt-putt golf here at Harbor View, Thousand Trails. That looks like a kiddie pool. Definitely not a hot tub if it's 1 1/2 foot deep. This place was surely booming over the weekend. Today's Monday, so a lot of people have cleared out. I'm going to take you around and show you around. Yeah, all these campsites were full during the weekend. That's a typical campsite. Full hookup. They seem to have these like tire rims for fire pits. And like I say, they were actively being used over the weekend. The people were having a good old time out here. But it sure did quiet down. My rig is up that way. Off to the right there, you can see my Cougar right in the center of your screen there. But before we go back, so I can show you our campsite, I'm going to take you up the road here. There's a pavilion up here I want to show you. There's a restroom up here off to the left, and then just beyond the restrooms, that pavilion. Some of the people really have their places fixed up nice. I like how they have this fixed up on the corner here. They were having a good old time this past weekend. And there's a couple. They have a really nice setup in that Riverstone right there. That blue and gray RV. They have a really nice setup with I think they have a gazebo back there. Maybe that's the folks behind them. These folks have a gazebo. These are seasonal sites with, transient sites intermingled. But let's take a walk up this way. So there's one of the restroom facilities. And all of these sites, I mean all of them, were like filled. This place was just booming. And they were having fun. You could tell people, a lot of people from Maryland. And we're in Virginia right now, but I would say 3/4 of these people were from Maryland. And there's the big pavilion, and it's backed up against that big green space that they have. So Melody and I are down this street here, all really nice neighbors right next to us. These folks also have a gazebo set up, and it was really nice inside. They got it closed up now. This is my rig here. And this gentleman here really has his place fixed up nice. We had a great time here at Thousand Trails, Harbor View. And that's our setup. We had some rain today, but it was a nice sunny day yesterday. We went and checked out George Washington's birthplace, and we went up to Fredericksburg and checked out the National Military Park there. We had a good time. Heading back to West Virginia, this was our last leg of our snowbird trip for 2020-2021. I think I'm going to leave it here. I'll have the upload and download speeds for Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile in the written video description on YouTube. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you down the road.